Hello gorgeous soul, welcome to your monthly June astrology. I'm so sorry for the delay in getting this up, but first, before I begin, I would like to express my heartfelt solidarity to what is going on in America, witnessing the horrendous death of George Floyd, which basically, this stuff goes on all the time. It happened to get caught on camera, which has created, hopefully, the whole world ready to stand up and say enough. We are all equal. We cannot live in a society where black people are treated in the way that they are. It is horrendous and it has to stop. So I understand that, you know, what is going on at the moment. I also understand people have got very different viewpoints about the way it should be handled, but we are in an astrological time where there is a revolutionary energy in the air. Now, of course, the revolution can happen and manifest in many ways, but thanks to Saturn going into Aquarius and later on Jupiter going into Aquarius and eventually Pluto going into Aquarius, the whole world is changing and we are heading towards a more egalitarian society where all of us hopefully will be treated equally and it will be a much fairer society. We are right in the storm at the moment, but if we all stand together for equality, for love, and we speak the truth that enough is enough, we all have to be treated equally, then this wave of change will happen much more quickly and easily. You know, I believe we should all come from our heart chakra, but we are waking up to the fact that the world is changing and we need to be in an egalitarian society. We're in full-on retrograde season at the moment, and on top of that, it's eclipse season. It's about things happening, like for instance this full moon right at the beginning of June, where we don't see exactly the power of it until afterwards. I urge everyone towards peace, towards love, and to making a soul change for the benefit of us all. Here's your monthly astrology. Hello gorgeous Taurus, I am sending you so much love. You are going through some intensity with Venus going retrograde. It's like, oh, dealing with the past, dealing with the past, dealing with the past, dealing with past emotions, possibly dealing with ex-lovers, and also feeling a little bit out of sorts, feeling that you want to create very strong roots. Now the good news is when the Sun and Venus join forces and conjunct around the 3rd or 4th, depending on where you are, you could have an aha moment. You could have this moment of enlightenment where you see what you've got to do, what responsibility you have to take, what changes you have to make, how you have to deal with other people to create this sense of security within yourself, to really ground those very important roots of self-love. Ground yourself so that when you love yourself and when you're rooted in yourself in a good, clear, energetic way, not in a narcissistic way, but in a very clear way, anything is possible for you. Because don't forget, Venus is your ruler. And later on in June, she does go direct, which will be a great relief. But love yourself, ground yourself, and expect to be stable and secure within yourself. You know, there is a way to find that peace. Okay, I admit it, the full moon may be dicey for you, and that's because the full moon and the eclipse of the moon is opposing your ruler Venus. So you're like, rah! What's going on? And there may be sort of people arguing or a sense of, you know, very, very shaky energy around you. So, you know, you've got to keep it together. You've got to soak up that energy of the Sun and Venus conjunction to lead you through when the full moon is like very, very, where you may feel on shaky ground. Now, as I said in the intro, when there is an eclipse, we are not seeing the whole picture, and that goes individually as well as universally. So don't panic. Whatever should happen around that, I mean, it might be good, but whatever happens, you've not got the full picture, yeah? And your end game at the moment is to feel secure within yourself, and whatever happens in the external world, or even with others or people close to you, that you are secure, have a great relationship with yourself, so that you can maintain, come what may. And you're learning that this month. But the full moon is all about power and powerlessness, actually. And ultimately, you will step into your power, but as I say, there may be a time when you feel a bit powerless around then. And as look what's going on in the world, we're all feeling a little bit more powerless than usual. Now Venus is sextiling Chiron, the wounded healer, and there's something profound going on with you. Any fears, any addictions, any kind of things that you did as escapism because you thought they made you feel secure, you can heal. We have all got those habits where we do something and we're like, oh yeah, this is really comforting, but actually it's a pile of crap that ends up sort of being destructive and not healthy. You know, it just puts off the feelings of being uncomfortable, but there's a great healing coming to that. Now Mercury is going retrograde in your communication zone, so it may feel that people aren't making sense, or people are misunderstanding each other, or whatever. Don't worry about it. You be clear in the way that you're communicating. Don't jump to conclusions. Double check everything, and double check particularly any plans you've got for meetings, etc. The Sun conjunct the North Node, very important on the 20th of June, because you are getting a taste, an inspiration, a light in front of you that's showing you your future self. There's information coming to you about who you're going to be in the future. So think about that. Who do you want to be in the future? See, if you go on my Instagram, I did a little technique on there. I think the post says, Dear Future Self, where you can tune into who your future self is. And that's a really good technique for you in particular to do this month. The Sun is going into Cancer, and immediately there's a solar eclipse, a new moon and a solar eclipse on the 21st in Cancer. Again, big changes in the way that you communicate, big changes in the way that you realise other people communicate, and you want something different. You want to communicate in a different way, you want to have clarity, and you're like, wow, you're committing to making a major change. Also, in the way that you respond to other people, you're very heart-led at the moment. When Neptune goes retrograde, you're like, I want to mix with the people that have heart. You're changing your perception of things. Also, you're probably quite psychic at that time. Now, Mars is going into a place for you which is all about going within, meditating, yoga, spirituality. You've got less physical drive, but more drive. So change your focus to go within. The big news, as I say, is Pluto and Jupiter conjunction, which is bringing about a fundamental shift. And for you, you might decide to move, to relocate, or become very close to somebody who's very different to you or has a very unique spirit. You also might want to study something. You are hungry and thirsting for knowledge. But whatever happened around the 4th of April, look back to that date. What happened then? It's likely a bit of a rerun of that. You take care, gorgeous soul. Come and visit me on Instagram at Michele Knight. I send you so much love. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Hi gorgeous, before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings, I don't do them anymore, but for over 20 years I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly hand-pick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope, it's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.